The kids from Neighbor, man, we just been doing that. I think that's what I love to do. I love to see kids come in with no experience and see them hit the big show, or even, I like even, Golden Gloves winners, or, even local kickboxing titles. But I think it's always good to work. I feel more of an attachment to people from the Long Island area than taking people in from all over the place.
Is it a case like, because you're in Long Island, is it like a tough area that you've got like a lot of tough guys to work with? Could you repeat that success in like Connecticut or Rhode Island?
Well, I would like to believe I could repeat it anywhere, but some of these guys do come from tougher neighborhoods in Long Island. I don't think Long Island's a tough place, but I think Chris Weidman came from a really tough place. Baldwin's kind of tough, and I think it does help. It really does. I think they meet adversity at a young age, and I think it helps in the fighting later on.
So speaking of Weidman, we heard recently that when he went into that fight, he was basically homeless and broke. What was the story there?
I think that story got maybe a little overhyped. He definitely wasn't homeless and broke. His house got hurt by Hurricane Sandy, like a lot of other houses, and finally he lived around the block from his parents. So he had. I think he was always working towards getting his house back, and he had a lot of help, and but it was another obstacle he had to go through, along with the hurt shoulder and everything else he was going through.
What kind of difference has it made to like your gym and your profile and the phone ringing off the hook after that knockout win over Anderson?
I think the profile of the gym has grown a little bit, and it really seems like it was yesterday to me, because it's just been it was a month long of interviews and parties, and the Republican Party gave Chris his own day in Nassau County, and it was really a lot of hoopla. So we're just, I think, starting to, he's on a world tour now. It's nonstop.
Do you remember a specific point in the fight where you thought that Chris had it in the bag, like you knew the win was going to come?
I believe going into the fight, he was winning the fight, but I thought when he took him down, and I think the ground and pound, put a little fear of God in Anderson, and I figured that would play into how he was going to react after that. So I had a good feeling after the ground and pound.
Well, there's two schools of thought on the fight, how it was going, and some people think that Anderson was trying to bring him into a stand-up game. Other people think that maybe Chris was actually getting the better of the stand-up exchanges, and that Anderson was getting frustrated and getting angry and stuff. What's your own take on it?
This is what I believe. I believe whatever Anderson felt on the floor dictated how he acted after they got up. And I agree with you 100%. Chris definitely, I think, even statistically landed more punches. So, again, I think the presence of what he felt on the floor kind of, made him act the way he did while he was standing up.
Bigger thrill, Max Serra winning against GSP or Weidman over Anderson?
Equally the same.
Refuse to be drawn on that.
Refuse, you can't drag me in on that. Love both of these guys, they're both close friends. And honestly, man, I'm happy for the both of them. And again, I'm glad I was there with the both of them, and they let me be there. And they let me be a part of history, especially, UFC history for sure. So, both great guys, both great moments, and hopefully many more to come. Who you here with? Oh, you were waiting? Oh, I said, awesome, man.
Small world, eh?
Yeah, it's a small world.
The rematch, obviously, you probably talked about this a million times, but for those of our viewers that haven't heard you talk about it, one more time, what kind of thing, what do you expect, and the prospects of repeating that, and what's being worked on?
I think, again, we're going to concentrate on the things we did the first camp. I think we were successful with that, and I think you're going to see a more confident Chris Weidman, and I think he's going to duplicate what he did the first fight. How
much does luck play into fights in general?
Luck? I believe there's that saying, the harder you work, the luckier you get. It's really all about hard work and having the belief in yourself, belief in your team, and really just getting the right work for the fight. And everybody has a specific set of attributes, and it's like two guys go into the cage. Whoever has the superior mix of attributes, I believe, comes out the other door a winner.